Sorry I'm late. It's my daughter's birthday. Oh, who did we already lose? Who was that already gone? That was
Mary
great.
Warren?
No, Mary Warren's still here.
No, Mary's here.
Here.
Am I here?
Who? Yeah, you're here. Who did we just lose? Who did we just lose? Kevin?
I don't know.
No,
Deborah.
Elle is here.
We lost Deborah.
Okay.
Oh, Deborah. And Christy's got somebody's got something playing. Elle? Pinky
Deborah
Gregory. No,
Vancouver
Pinky
we
Gregory.
lost.
Sorry, Pinky Gregory. I needed to mute you because you have it playing. So listen, we stumbled upon this quite accidentally. We were all in a Zoom, and I looked on my feed, and up comes Law and Crime and this body cam for this Taylor, Frankie, Paul. So we watched first the body cam. I don't think any of us knew this woman at all beforehand. I don't think any of us did, no. So we watched this body cam, and it's this girl, and she looks really young, but she's 28. And she's defined as a Mormon soft swinger. Now, a soft swinger is a swinger that does everything but intercourse. So she broke the rules of the soft swinging, and her husband divorced her. And there's a TikTok. I don't think she's just recreating it. I don't think it's the real moment. And you have like a man going, "Did you kiss him? Did you sleep with him?" And then like she's like, "Yeah." So he divorces her, and then she like immediately rebounds, and I believe it's with this guy here. That's what was his name? I always keep forgetting his name. Dakota Mortensen. And so their police are at the house because the neighbors called the police. This is in February of this year that just passed. But the police cam has just been released recently. So, soft swinging, yes, Kevin. And the neighbors heard like the garage door going up and down, and then like a lot of screaming. And so they called the police. The police get there, and they separate them, and her 2 kids are there. And the daughter's like 5. You think her religion, you know her Frilly farmhouse? You've heard of this girl before this whole thing? Or just since this? Because none of us heard of her. So apparently she was throwing some chairs at this guy, Dakota, and something happened in front of her daughter. One of the chairs may have even hit her daughter. And she peed her pants, she said, because she was so scared. And he said she was jumping up and down on his truck, and she was slamming the truck doors so hard he thinks that she broke them. And what else did he say? And he just said that she was shoving him, hitting him. She said she went ballistic on him. You have followed her? Really? Wow, Frilly, how or why did you follow this woman? I'm just wondering. What made you follow this woman? And this is no judgment. Do you follow like other soft Mormon swingers? But no, I'm not saying it like that. I mean, like, some people like to look at that kind of lifestyle, even though they don't live it or whatever. They just like to look at TikTokers that are saying that. I'm just wondering. Or was it her restocking of pantries that interest you? Or like, what drew you to watch her? Because none of us knew her. None of us have heard of her.
May I also say that the lingo has changed. They never used to be called soft swingers. It was something different when I was there.
Really?
When you were where?
Wait, when you were there? Oh, I'd like a definition of when you were there.
A soft swinger.
Yeah.
Hi, Rich. No
That's
burgers.
explaining to do there.
She suffers from depression. My daughter and I talked about her and how she screwed up. She was from her religion, but she's still following that religion. I wish you'd come up, Frilly Farmhouse, if you know a lot about this. Do you want to come up? I can send you a link if you know a lot about this and you would like to speak about it. Because we're just all learning about it tonight. Isn't she still practicing the same faith?
Yes.
I thought so, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Scooter was there, they were called dangles. What? Dangles. What? Oh my gosh. Oh. You should have been in a Zoom last night, and we were looking at an auction, and something made of wood came up, and Lasso Lacey absolutely lost her mind.
Who did?
Lasso Lacey, and she didn't even see it.
Her.
Yeah, she laughed for about like 15 minutes straight because of something Kevin said. Because Sharon said, "What was that? Go up." And then she kept saying, "What was that?" And then Kevin said what that was, and it was something made of wood. It's primitive, but it was a male appendage. And
Okay.
it was just very out of place at this antique auction. And when Kevin said something that he did, Lacey absolutely lost it. So, yeah, but that was, yeah.
I'm glad you're blaming Kevin.
I would, but I've been at the hospital all day. Oh, okay, well then you're going to have to help us out through the chat because we don't follow her. So we only know what we saw. And I tell you that we watched the police cam. Okay, so she ends up getting arrested on the police cam. He doesn't. She gets arrested for domestic violence. They go and talk to him in his truck, and he's like freaking out because she says, "You're not going to arrest him?" And they're like, no, not based on what we've seen here tonight, not based on the evidence we've seen. And then she says, "Does he know this? Because if he sees this, he's not going to like this very much." So they go to him, and then he's like putting his hands in front of his face, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, you mean she's going to have a record? Oh my gosh, you mean she's getting arrested? Is this going to show up in the paper? Are her parents going to see it? Is it going to be on a website?" You know, he's asking all these questions. He's like freaking out. And they're telling him, well, yeah, you know, she's going to be arrested. And anyway, she was held on like $5,000 bail, and her TikTok, she had like a TikTok that morning maybe, and she normally TikToks multiple times a day. It's a toxic relationship, Frilly Farmhouse says. So you're in agreement they shouldn't probably be together. Yeah. And I think it was like, wasn't it February 17th, Frilly? And then she didn't go back on TikTok until like March 11th, 17th, somewhere around there. So people got the wind, something was going on. In fact, you know who might, somebody that you know, I don't want to say his name, but he might be, I'm surprised you didn't see him doing this. But anyway, she gets back together with him. By the time she comes back on, she's already back together with this guy. Even though she's saying, look, they're taking a break, but then they're singing into spatulas about the break they're taking. And then they're really not taking a break. And she said she's going to therapy and that she started Zoloft. And what else? And she's doing this what kind of therapy is she doing? Something like something.
EMSR.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, EMS. Yeah.
What is that?
It's like a hypnotism type thing.
You know, ASMR.
No, E.
Oh.
You sure that's not with with like a little electrical shock?
Let me Google it because I'm not positive.
I thought that was the one with the little electrical shock.
I think I did it.
It might be.
She had an ectopic pregnancy about 2 weeks before that happened. Yeah, she did say so So, but that's the thing now. Here's what I don't understand, Frilly. Is she Mormon anymore? Because isn't it frowned upon that she's sleeping with this guy? Or, well, isn't the swinging lifestyle? I mean, tell me what's going on. Is that's acceptable now? I'm so lost.
Okay, Carolyn, it's when you move your eyes like from side to side while you process a traumatic memory. I did this.
Oh, okay.
And your goal is to help you heal from trauma or distressing experiences in life.
Okay. So she gets her mother in her videos and stuff, and she does like just a lot of these cliche restocking videos, clean my car, clean my house, TikToks. And then she does a lot with him, and they're going away with her family, and now her ex-husband, has custody of her kids. Like, it looks like he gets them for an entire week and weekend. Hi, Bergstrong.
Hi, Bergstrom.
We're just surmising from going through her TikToks of what's going on. Okay, yes, she is still Mormon. He is too. But isn't that all frowned upon? Premarital sex and coffee. I thought Mormons were not allowed to have caffeine.
Totally not.
No, because I remember from Travis Alexander, I thought he wasn't allowed to have caffeine. He wasn't allowed to have, like, some of them are not even allowed to dance, right? Or
no, they're not allowed to have coffee or tea or smoke or drink.
Yeah, and they're doing Starbucks like every 2 seconds.
No.
Or have premarital sex, no premarital sex.
Right, no premarital sex, definitely. Like, what's going on?
One of my besties is a Mormon, and she does Diet Coke. So she
what,
does.
Sharon?
One of my besties is Mormon, and she drinks Diet Coke.
But I don't think they were supposed to, though.
Does she drink the caffeine-free?
Nope.
No.
She had Starbucks.
I've never heard of LDS being okay with swinging. New to me. They're big into multi-level marketing. That's another thing. But LDS don't do coffee or tea. Yeah, they will do Coca-Cola, though. Oh, that's what he said.
And
they'll do Coca-Cola.
Pepper.
And Dr. Pepper?
Oh, yes. I watch a few from,
But that doesn't make any sense.
No, they're not supposed to do Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepper.
Oh,
they are not allowed to have any caffeine whatsoever. None. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact.
Used to be more. Elle, did you used to be Mormon?
Well, we were trying to get a baby, and we did entertain it for a time. We actually went to the church a couple of times. And we're learning about it. And you definitely were not allowed to have Coke or Dr. Pepper. That is a fact. Or any tea or any coffee or any alcohol. And none of this swinging would have been allowed.
They do it.
Her house makes me crazy, Frilly says. How can anyone trash their house so fast? I just want to use the trash can and make her kids. But, Frilly Farmhouse. Now, listen to me. Do you think, here's the thing with that police cam. Her crying looks really fake there. Do you think that was a publicity stunt?
Oh, yes.
And Frilly...
she's asking Frilly.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
right.
Frilly, I think she has to make her house look like that so she can do the cleanup video. Don't you think so? Because she has to do the cleanup video. You find it interesting that they're very sensitive about the name Mormon right now, kind of like misusing a pronoun, in my opinion.
They prefer LDS.
Okay. What did you say, Sharon? They want to be LDS?
Yep.
But they say on her thing, Mormon.
Well, I'm going to tell you, they prefer LDS.
Okay.
Yes.
You think it was real, Kevin?
I think she was shocked when she was getting arrested. Your wife is LDS? Oh, really, Jeff? I learned about the Bible in a Baptist church, and unfortunately, the Book of Mormon doesn't add up for me. I'm going to ask please ask her. Can you wait? Ask her about the swinging. Ask her about any acceptable forms of caffeine. What about dancing? Are they allowed to dance? Seriously, I'm not being silly, because I thought Travis wasn't allowed. I thought he would look at Fred Astaire and something. I thought that they said something about that.
No,
they're allowed to dance. Carolyn.
Okay, they're allowed to dance. I'm probably thinking about it.
That's the Baptists who can't dance.
No, I'm thinking about also Orthodox Jewish sex, like at the Hasidics.
They can dance separate, not together.
Right, and they can't. Yeah, but they can't watch certain. I don't think they're allowed to watch like Fred Astaire and stuff like that. Okay. Anyway, because I do. Okay. So now, I don't know, because now she has to do the court stuff, and she has a record, and she's lost custody of her children. But she didn't lose custody because her new TikToks have her kids there. You're sure the cleanup videos can't be real? Yeah, me too. The LDS do dance, Jeff? Okay. They do dance.
Hello, Jeff. I don't know if I said hi.
All right. So anyway, if you go to her TikTok now, she has her and him sleeping in the same bed. I don't think he lives there permanently, but he's in her bed. She has her daughter doing a whole, because she does a lot of makeup. Her little daughter, who's like 5, maybe going on 6. Oh, definitely she's going on 6 if she's 5. But I don't know how quickly she's going on 6, because it was February that she was 5. She could already be 6. But she does the mother's whole routine. It's crazy, with the blenders and everything. And I'm surprised, actually, that wouldn't hurt her husband's case, like her custody case. Because I would think that, I don't know how her husband feels about that, but I would think that you wouldn't show the kids, plus you wouldn't show the kids doing something like that, because it could be taken as sexualizing and getting attention from the wrong. I think her husband could use that against her in court. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, you never know.
I wouldn't do that if I was in a custody battle with my, in a divorce. I don't think it's a good thing.
Seems to me she may care more about making money than the custody of the kids.
But she showed her kids to us, Kevin. Maybe the swinging part comes from the history of polygamy that was a big issue. Well, I'm going to look. They're supposed to be all soft swingers of Reddit. And she appears in TikToks with a bunch of the swinging wives. Latter-day Saints come to Vegas. Oh, yes. That's where, wasn't she arrested in Vegas?
Yes.
Yes. On vacation all the time. You're right, Rich. Believe me, I know. I guess they have to avoid almost everything here. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I plead the 5th on the swingers. Okay, she was arrested. I'm glad you said that, Rich. She was arrested in Vegas. And she just kept saying she peed her pants. We are just trying to understand from this case. Yeah, because we all saw this together. Like a bunch of us just saw this together. From the police.
I didn't see it with them.
Yeah, you saw a little bit before we came on here. But yeah, we saw the police cam, and then we watched her TikTok, and it was strange. Let me see what I can see about her as a soft swinger. And he has his own TikTok too now. And I don't know what else he does for a living. And he did mention in the, because he was talking about her drinking, and he said she had a really bad time before this. She's in depression from the divorce. But he said that he was an addict and he hit rock bottom. Now, I just feel like he's very hyper, and it could be, I don't know, it might just be me, but he seems to me to be hyped up on something. I don't know if it's Adderall or something else, Red Bulls, or he's very, 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 very stimulated, hyperstimulated, all the time. Okay, that I have seen him. That's just my opinion. I don't know of any substances that he's using, including Red Bull or Adderall or any kind of stimulant. I'm just feeling something when I'm looking at him, that he's hyperstimulated. Okay. So, okay, let's look about this. Soft swinging secrets is what it is. Okay, so, Margot's making me echo again. Okay. Mormon influencer Taylor Frankie Paul, popular on a side of TikTok dubbed Mom Talk, and that, yeah, she appears with these mom talkers, has revealed that she and her husband were soft swinging with their fellow Utah couples in the latest social media drama. The religious influencer's 3.5 million followers were already enthralled with their ultra-Orthodox Mormon marriage. Now, see, how can you say you're soft swinging
Ultra-Orthodox
ultra-Orthodox Mormon? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, no, that would be an oxymoron.
Yeah, an oxymoron. But a recent scandal has gained traction with TikTok bystanders who once only had mom talk in their peripheral. Now the lens of millions of users are buzzing. Paul, 28, that's her last name. It's very confusing because it's somebody's first name, but it's Taylor. 28 cited that the swinging behaviors are the reason that her husband, Tate Paul, is getting divorced from her. The whole group was intimate with each other. And she appears with these other mothers. Tate has made out with several girls and other things, and I've made out with all of the husbands and vice versa. Nice.
Why?
In the live stream, which was recorded by fans invested in the debacle, she also explained how the group of mom talkers and their significant others got involved in swinging and soft swinging. I'm going to put an image.
But there's a difference between swinging and being polygamous. Polygamous is multiple marriage. Swinging is just multiple sex.
Right. Okay. And then, let's see. Swinging entails consensual non-monogamy between multiple partners, but Paul's group reportedly participated in so-called soft swinging, which meant you can't go too far. She previously admitted to actually going all the way with one person in the friend group without approval from either spouse, which was against the rules. So I guess if you have the approval, you can do it. Yet after revealing her and the other's secret, she said she felt free. I feel free, to be honest, she said during a live stream, acknowledging that the cat's out of the bag. It was a secret that we had been keeping from family and friends, including, notably, her parents. All of my dirty secrets are out, and I have nothing to hide anymore, she stated. We partied, we were intimate with other people. Okay. And she was like real happy, but her husband, I guess, was not so happy and divorced her. Let's see. The rumor mill began churning when millions turned into her TikTok on May 20th to watch a cryptic video that suggested she's soon to be a single parent. Now, isn't that crazy that they're saying May 20th? Do you mean today? No, this is last May 20th. Isn't that crazy when that happens? when you end up on something exactly a year from the date you're in now. Today's my daughter's birthday too, so that's why I'm partial to May 20th right now. But so May 20th of last year, and it's funny that it's just, there's more stuff coming out now. So she said she was going to be a single parent. She said her entire life is falling apart. And she was packing moving boxes, and she said she couldn't even speak on why without bringing them all down with me. In a follow-up on the same day, she swings a set of keys at the camera and an empty house. She said, in my 20s, getting divorced, started therapy, living on my own for the first time ever, along with 2 kids. And that video got 11.6 million views from Mom Talk's followers. Now this, let me see, this was her husband. Yeah, this was her and her husband. Let me put him up here. He kind of looks the same type as the guy she's with now, except I think the guy she's with now is better looking, but yeah, that's it. But same kind of type. Let's see. All right. At the same time, some fans speculated the couple was simply moving, but those who suspected trouble in their polyamorous paradise were soon validated with a now infamous live stream. The drama has made me realize how nosy I truly am, wrote one. Along with the internet gossip accounts recapping the social media spectacle, there's a Reddit thread following the drama that has more than 17,000 members. While other TikTokers are commenting on it, filling in anyone who will listen. One content creator shared a clip explaining the Utah mom drama to her boyfriend captured, "What else would we talk about?" Meanwhile, some members of the Mom Talk community are distancing themselves from the Paul's unholy escapades by making their own statements in an attempt to clear their names. One couple, Miranda and Chase McWhorter, went live on TikTok saying they didn't take any part in the swinging, and one member of Mom Talk, whose name is Jaslyn Baby, implored the McWhorters to divulge in the live comment thread. To be honest, I'm not sure, they later responded in a TikTok video with 872,000 views that shows the couple dancing, then falling to the floor in laughter, but apparently we're swingers now. Despite any negative online attention, Paul, who has a daughter Indy and a son Ocean with her ex, is happy to be generating buzz from the spectacle and owning her villain status. Yet in an Instagram story, she wrote how thankful she was for her family's support and everyone else checking in without judgment. She said she's overwhelmed. She noted some bad news for Mom Talk enthusiasts. I will not be sharing anything else from here on out. Well, that didn't work out so well. So what happened then is that she got in this domestic, let me see if I can, DV arrest. Okay. And so she was arrested and has several criminal charges, including child abuse, filed against her. And her boyfriend.
Because the kids saw it.
What?
Because the kids saw her throw stuff.
Well, I think something actually hit the kid.
Oh?
Yeah, I think a chair. I'm pretty sure that's what they said.
What's that in the article you read?
What?
It said that in the article.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, right. Let's see. It says, the incident resulted in injuries to both him and one of the influencer's 2 children, see? One of the children was hurt. According to court documents released by the district attorney for the Salt Lake County, Taylor was charged with 1 count of felony aggravated assault, 2 counts of felony domestic violence in the presence of a child causing injury, 1 count of misdemeanor child abuse, and 1 count of misdemeanor criminal mischief. The 28-year-old was freed from jail the morning after the incident on a pre-trial supervised release. Her next court date was March 21st. And then included in the court documents is a written declaration from the Harriman Police Department officer who responded, stating that when he arrived, Dakota reported that he was in an argument with his girlfriend. The officer further stated that during the argument, Dakota attempted to leave. However, Taylor began hitting him. The officer also stated that a video of the incident, because, Dakota took a video, again, shows Taylor kicking Dakota, putting him in a chokehold, striking him multiple times, including with metal bar stools, I guess those are the chairs, one of which hit her daughter, Indy Paul. She has these metal bar stools in her kitchen, so I guess she was throwing those around. See, they're right behind her right here, over here. She was throwing those around. I guess one hit her daughter, and the daughter who was laying on a couch. The officer noted in documents that Dakota told him that before Indy was hit, he asked Taylor to stop throwing the objects because the child was next to him on the couch. Dakota, 30 years old, was also allegedly injured in the incident, with the responding officer observing redness and swelling around his eyes, swelling on his elbow, scratches on his fingers, and a laceration on his neck. The officer also noted that Taylor's son, Ocean, was also inside the residence at the time of the incident. Days after the arrest, Dakota defended Taylor, saying that she never hurt anyone intentionally and we didn't argue. Yeah, okay. I don't even want the truth to come out. She's so broken right now. I tried to help her. She's a good mom. She's going through a lot in her life right now. Taylor's been struggling. It's been a hard year for her. She's racked with guilt on her cheating scandal that cost her her marriage. Taylor drew controversy when she revealed during a TikTok live stream that she and her husband, Tate Paul, her children's father, were getting divorced after participating in soft swinging with other members in the Mormon mom talk community. She admitted she messed up when she stepped out of the agreement with her ex, in which they agree not to go all the way with their swapped sexual partners. We played with fire and we got burned. Okay. Now, let's see.
TikTok creator Taylor
You're
Frankie.
playing with fire when you do that kind of stuff, if you ask me.
You are, for real.
Yeah, I don't know why you're doing that. Yeah, it's not going to lead to anything good there.
No.
Okay.
You shouldn't even be married or anything if you're going to do that.
I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Well, she's not married now.
Well, I mean,
you're asking for trouble.
But you are. But
she was married when this started, wasn't she, or no? Because I don't know that much.
Yes, she was.
Okay, and then nearly 1 month after being arrested, she gave an update. So she said, for those of you who don't know, let's see. Let me see what she gave. She was ultimately sure we got that. While Dakota has been active on TikTok, even taking a moment to defend his girlfriend after her arrest, Taylor remained quiet on the platform until this weekend. And then she and Dakota put a united front and shared several videos of them hanging out together for the first time since her arrest. And now that the influencer is back to her regularly scheduled TikTok content, it looks like she's willing to speak out on camera about the situation as much as she can right now. While filming a Get Ready With Me video for her 4 million followers, she opened up about her mental health amid her legal troubles, revealing she's been going to therapy and taking medication. She said, and I quote, "I also got on Zoloft to help with my depression and anxiety. I'm on week 4, so I don't know if I see a major difference yet, but I'll keep you guys updated on that. I also started EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing therapy, and so far have loved it. We're just working on all the trauma and kind of going to start diving into how we can cope with it. One, starting with my divorce, I'm just learning how to shift it to better thoughts so I don't have such bad anxiety. As for her relationship with Dakota, it sounds like they're in a good place despite what happened. In fact, Taylor revealed in the video she recently met his loved ones for the first time. Oh, and let's not mention that even though everybody told her it's probably not the best idea since she's getting a new house that she's renting, she just bought a new puppy, a miniature golden doodle, and then filmed going to the breeder and cuddling with puppies with Dakota, even though everybody told her it's probably not the best idea to do right now with everything you're going through. So she said, I went and spent some time in Logan, Utah with Dakota's family, his siblings, his parents, and the Mortensen family is just amazing. I love them all so much. Some of them did say I'm the favorite girl he's ever brought home. I don't know if I believe that, but thank you. I'm obsessed with all of them. On a more serious note, I'm going to keep my kids off TikTok for a little bit. I do share them on Instagram for close family and friends, but for now they're going to stay off TikTok, but not forever. That's not true because they're on TikTok. She then concluded the video by thanking her fans for their support over the past couple of weeks, saying, and I honestly just wanted to say thank you to all of those who have been so kind and sweet to me. Okay. So I don't know what happened with that hearing, but it's really crazy. If you watched, it just looks like I don't know. It just looks fake to me in the police cam. She looks fake.
Yes.
Either that or she looks fake because she was trying to cover up that she was the aggressor. I don't know.
She'd had too much to drink.
Yeah.
She really didn't even look that drunk to me.
She looked like she'd had too much to drink.
Really?
She looks a bad actress.
I didn't
Carolyn,
see.
you know what I think would be interesting to see? If the viewership went up on her TikTok since this whole fight.
Oh my gosh, I'm sure it did.
I'm sure it went up a lot.
Yeah, because I think it went up at least 500,000 because they said 3.5 and now she has 4 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so, and let me look at that Reddit soft swinging.
I have to ask Mike if he wants to give that a whirl.
Let's see.
Kidding, just kidding.
Excuse me.
Can you imagine? I can't even imagine the look on his face. You what?
Okay, let's see here. Okay, so let me see here. Wow. A brunette Mormon girl in Utah named Taylor made TikTok dance videos with 2 blonde Mormon girls. They were all beautiful married mothers. They also had a bigger clique of beautiful Mormon moms. Taylor said she's getting a divorce because the friend group was involved in soft swinging. Yes, she was a dancer with these other Mormon girls, and she has them on, those are the mom talks. Okay, and she took it too far and had sex with another girl's husband. And then someone said, honestly, I don't know if I believe it because Taylor often does things to increase engagement, like she pretends to be 50 years old, but it's fun gossip. Also, pictures came out of Taylor apparently hooking up with one of the 2 blonde girls she was close to. Let's see. Somebody's saying the whole thing is fake. I followed her when she first made her account and she wasn't Mormon. It's just satire joke that got way out of hand. I don't believe that. I don't know what. There are parts of it that look, well, anytime those TikTokers are restocking their pantries and cleaning, it all looks fake to me. None of it looks real or realistic or anything else. So that's all fake to me, and that's my opinion, and I can say it. So I don't know. I mean, besides Frilly Farmhouse, does anybody follow this lady? She started out as a mom talk. She shared her family life. That's when I started watching her. And then the whole scandal happened. But she's back to sharing her mom life now. I saw her daughter doing a whole makeup tutorial. And she shows their Easter baskets. And no, she doesn't have a YouTube channel. She's on TikTok. It's under her name. It's all about money. Once she saw what she could make, it was then about drama. I agree, Frilly Farmhouse. I do.
I agree too.
High 61 says she looks like she has a filter to make her eyes bigger in the last photo. I don't know.
Very possible.
Julie W. doesn't know about him. So I think Frilly Farmhouse may be the only one that follows these people. Rich says fake, 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 fake. Seinfeld reference. To me, it seems fake. And I never saw any videos with her and the husband. Everyone seems to feel it's about the money. I agree, but she really does have charges, right? Did she think she wouldn't be charged? I mean, I don't think she would intentionally want to hit her daughter with one of those stools. Like, what? I
don't think she cared, Carolyn. And she may not have even hit the daughter with the stool. The boyfriend may have just said she did.
But I think they said the little girl was hurt. I don't know. I saw a little video of her from 10 months ago. Said she was about to get breast implants and that she would soon have a YouTube channel. Are you sure? Because I didn't see
she's got implants. Absolutely.
I didn't see anything about her saying implants, and she looks rather small on top.
Well, I mean, you can't. She's little. She can't go huge. She's got implants.
Yeah, she looked bigger in one of the pictures you showed.
Yeah, she's got them. Absolutely.
Okay, well, I guess you guys were all paying very close attention to her breasts.
You can't help but notice.
Apparently. Yeah, I thought it was obvious.
I thought she looked like she wasn't even wearing a bra in some of the pictures and didn't need to. And that, I would say, like, then she didn't seem to be that big if she was able to do that. But that's just me. It was the drinking that got her in trouble. She can't handle drinking. Well, then she shouldn't be drinking, right?
Jeff H. looks like he watched it.
She said she looked forward to the physical pain of breast implants so she could experience the physical pain along with the emotional.
Well, she did. She already did it.
And Frilly says she's only 28. We all had good boobs at 28.
Looks. Maybe looks.
If you could find them.
Billy Farmhouse boobs.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that's probably a good relationship. And why is she... I mean, isn't the church frowning upon this premarital stuff with the boyfriend?
What is the name of her reality
But you know what? Listen to me, Jeff H. You may be watching a clip channel. You may not be watching her channel. You're probably watching a gossip channel talk about her. That's what you're doing. You have to go to TikTok and watch her.
What's her name, Carolyn?
Taylor Frankie Paul. You're going to check if she has implants?
No.
Oh.
I'm sure she does.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's very toxic. Their relationship. Yes, it is. And what's with her parents? She said she wanted her dad, but then said like the whole bunch of stuff about her bio dad. So is that her stepdad? What's going on with that? It is so hot in here. I feel like it's a sauna. I don't know what if he had the heat on or something. Well, I've got to put my phone on the charger. Hold on a second. I want to check if he has the heat. I feel like it's 1,000 degrees in here.
Oh, you're having your own personal summer.
No, I just want to make sure that he didn't leave the heat all the way up. She really does have some big eyes. Do you have the heat like 1,000 degrees? Are you sure? I hope so. Yeah, I hope so, because it feels like it's 1,000 degrees. I'm going to get something cold to drink. All right. Bye, I love you. All right, so, whoopsie, I just called somebody, I don't know who. She doesn't seem to have, no, she doesn't have her own YouTube channel. I looked. She's a TikToker and an Instagrammer. She doesn't do, a lot of the younger people like that, they don't do YouTube. They do TikTok. It's quick. They like it better. They don't do lives like that. They just do their little TikTok little thingy, and they're good to go. So she doesn't have that, Jeff. Whatever you're seeing somebody that's clipping her. So just so you know, just a clipping. If you want to see her, you've got to go on TikTok, and he has his TikTok too. Dakota Paul. Mortensen. Dakota Mortensen is what you want to look for. And I'm coming back. What did you find out, Elle?
Find out what?
Did you find out anything?
I'm looking. I'm reading about. I'm trying to read what the Mormon Church thinks of her
Soft
behavior,
swinging?
and I can't find anything. And now I'm reading about the charges.
Okay. Binky, any thoughts on this? I know you used
I'm
to be.
just listening.
I know you. I know you used to be involved with this in your 20s.
Right.
Right. And why is it that you left that again?
Oh, the Jehovah's came knocking at my door.
And it was just what you said. I thought you
And
said
I
it was just too risky.
Yeah, it was risky, so I just switched over to the Jehovah's and stood on the corner, passed out the watchtowers. That only lasted 3 years, though.
Oh, only 3 years?
Yeah.
Scooter lasted, I think, 10 years in that.
Okay, she was swingers with her last husband.
Right.
Right. And then she met this guy, Dakota.
But this guy is not a swinger? I don't know. She looks like Steven Tyler. Okay. All right, let me see here. Mom talk. Look up mom talk. That's mom talk swinging. What on earth is going on with Mormon mom talk?
That article.
Debuts. Okay, so she had a new romance with this guy, Dakota, literally. Let me see. She announced it in a September 7th video.
Okay, and the date here is June 3rd, 2022, and she has 3.5 million followers.
What does she have now?
4 million.
I'm dating someone and it's going really good, she said in a September 14th question and answer on TikTok. I'm scared, of course, because of the timing and just this. Oh, who'd we lose?
No, I just saw Elle's picture come up front.
Nope, we lost Scooter.
Oh, Scooter.
She just left without even saying goodbye.
Oh.
Yeah. After she tells us, and they used to call it something different when she was in there.
I know. I'm dating. It must have been a good day at Good Night on Candy Crush. I'm dating someone and it's going really good, she said in a September 14th question and answer. I'm scared, of course, because of the timing and just the situation, but I really like him. So I think I'm going to follow my heart on this one. Her new boyfriend, Dakota Mortensen, made his first appearance on her channel on July 29th. Okay, wow, that's quick because I think that whole hullabaloo happened May 20th.
Right.
Okay, and he didn't appear again until the September 7th video where the couple jokingly went back and forth about whether they should date or not. Taylor captioned the post, "Follow our hearts or nah." And it appears she's all in after sharing on TikTok earlier this year that her entire life was falling apart. In a May 25th TikTok live stream, Taylor revealed that her and her then husband, Tate Paul, participated in soft swinging group with other Mormons in the Mormon Mom Talk community. Soft swinging, according to Taylor, refers to swapping sexual partners with other couples but agreeing not to go all the way with them. That's just insane. That is just okay. Taylor says she stepped out of that agreement, which subsequently led to a divorce with Tate. The news brewed a scandal on Mom Talk, with some of the influencers denying involvement in the group, and after Taylor implied in the live stream that she wasn't the only person who broke the terms of the agreement. She said that she's still friends with 98% of Mom Talk, and that she had kind of gotten kicked out of the Church of Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Oh, excuse me, that she has not gotten kicked out of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The LDS Church did get the most clicks they have ever got this summer, Taylor said, so I don't think they're going to kick out one of their biggest marketers. Wow. She also said she, of course, missed her ex-husband. Oh, my goodness, what was that, Sharon?
I didn't do anything.
Oh, wow, there was a big, microphone screech.
Well, I didn't do it.
Okay. Let me say, she missed her ex-husband, but not in a romantic sense. He was my partner and best friend for 6 years, and I do miss that part of us. As for whether she'll swing again, she said, absolutely not. It clearly ruined my life. This is just a sensitive subject because people do live that lifestyle and it works for them, so I don't want to bash on that, she said. And obviously, I am no one to judge, but for me personally, I won't be participating in that ever again. My gosh, Sharon, what is that?
What?
Hello?
It really is. You're lighting up yellow when we hear that sound. It sounds like you're blowing into the mic.
Cleaning.
You're cleaning?
No, I said, you're kidding. I'm moving it way far away from my face. How's that?
Oh,
Hopefully. It sounds like like that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm trying to look up things, but I can't find much.
It's pretty simple. I kind of just want.
What is this about? Tori spelling,
Uh-oh.
another drama queen,
Uh-oh.
says that she and her husband, Dean McDermott's two youngest kids, have been hospitalized due to extreme mold found in their home. She reveals that she plans to take legal action. Does anyone know how to find a major great mold lawyer in California that can help our family? She said on her Instagram stories on May 17th, our troubles are next levels with our mold problem, and our house has slowly been killing us for 3 years. She explained that her and Dean's 5 kids, Liam, Stella, Hattie, Finn, and Bo, have been sick for a long time and haven't been able to get better due to the mold. My kids and I are so sick and can't get well. Our family needs help. She's overwhelmed. We don't know where to start. Well, honey, you're a very litigious person. What are you getting a lawyer for? Go find the reason for your mold. You probably have a slow leak somewhere.
As soon as you said mold, I was waiting for the word lawyer to come up.
Yeah, this is just crazy. This is just crazy about this person. Tori's latest post on her family's mold situation comes after she wrote on May 10th that Bo and Finn had to seek medical attention and experiencing a continuous spiral of sickness for months. Here we are again in urgent care. I used to think this is what happens when you have young kids in school, but they're just continually bringing sicknesses home. And it gets to the point where they're homesick more than being in school. She added that she struggled to find the cause of their illnesses until the mold was discovered. The pieces have all fallen into place. You just keep getting sick, one infection after another. Okay, well, Tori, there's something wrong, okay? She added that. Yeah, okay. Where is the mold coming from? Who is she going to sue?
Why doesn't her husband have a job?
And you know
Or
what?
know how.
You know what they say? If he cheated what do they say? Once a cheater, always a cheater. But how you got him is how he'll leave you, or something.
Yeah.
He does it
Right?
with you.
He cheated on her. He cheated on his wife. He left his adopted baby with his wife. Doesn't even look after that kid. Only his biological son. And yet he stayed with this one for so long because he's just hoping to inherit that spelling fortune.
Right. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck, Mama. What's her mama's name? Candy or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, she probably got some big, don't you worry about that. You're not going to get any of that.
Right? She'd already be helping her. She was going to do that.
Okay. Her mama would have moved her right out of that house.
Yeah.
Like that man was so mean to his ex-wife.
Yeah, but number 2, the first thing, okay, and I'm someone who experienced kids that got sick with mold because Luke was very, very sick and all of us had these coughs. But when we found out about the mold, we also found out about what was causing it. And so why can't she find out what's causing the mold, which is usually a leak? And then they can come in and you can call your insurance. I'm sure she has insurance. And even let's say she didn't even have a good insurance policy where they would remediate it. Don't you think Mama Spelling and has money to help her daughter and sick grandkids?
But she said she's not helping her no more.
Really?
Yeah, she gave her the boot.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Why?
Yeah,
maybe she knows she's a drama queen?
Years
Maybe she
ago.
knows she's with a loser.
Oh, she said that?
I believe so. She doesn't believe he's a man, much of a man. He's living off of her money. He doesn't work. He gets a new motorcycle. He goes and does his thing.
He always made me sick, that guy. Well, I'm no fan of hers either. She seems like such a ditz.
Yeah.
And just had all these kids as an attempt to hold on to him.
Yeah.
That's all that I see her having those kids for. I'm sorry, that's my opinion. But I did used to watch, I remember when I was pregnant with Luke, I used to watch, it was a guilty pleasure, I used to watch that Tori and Dean show.
Me too.
Yeah, and my daughter was home that summer, we used to watch it. And I also watched that Kate plus 8, that's when they were divorcing. Kate and John plus John and Kate plus 8. But anyway, he was so gross. He's such a gross guy.
He's not even good looking.
Yeah, but he's gross. Like he does a lot of really gross stuff.
Yeah, I never watched it.
Yeah, he's gross.
Who is that?
Dean, isn't his name Dean?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, what's his last name?
That I don't know.
Tell you in a sec.
Dean Martin. No.
No, I don't know. He's kind of gross. He's just gross. Like he does like really gross things, and she's like, you would think she had class and stuff, like growing up the way she did, but she's like ditzy and doesn't.
What?
Yeah. You think she does, Lyle?
What's the matter with?
I don't know. I just find her ditzy. Hi, Ann Rose. Thank you for being, you love this channel. Thank you for being a Deputy Rambler. I don't know. I just find her so, just like a person like you would think that was raised high society and a lot of class wouldn't be with a guy like he is really
Bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
I don't know where
like
he
that,
came
like
from.
that, and not polished, and I don't know.
Nobody that she should bring home.
Like, do you remember her father, Aaron Spelling? You know, he's always in the tuxedo,
Yes.
it seemed. And yeah, and her mother, like, they just were like dripping like high society. And they like, I don't know how she is their daughter, because she's like, I don't know.
Remember, she had Candy Spelling had a room in her house just for wrapping presents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wanted one of those too.
Dean McDermott.
McDermott, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, he just,
Kaka.
he just did such gross things in the series, and just said gross things, and he treated her really bad too.
He just did what he wanted and wasn't
Yeah,
really there for
and
her.
I think she was just like so happy that she could get a guy that she thought he was really good looking.
Yeah.
And I think she was like out of her mind, because someone said like her eyes were on the side of her head. Do you remember like some of the stuff they said about, like, because like she wasn't, you know, I guess when she was in that series, she wasn't, you know, like Jenny McCarthy was the one that everybody considered really pretty. And I think she was always like the poor little rich girl.
Are you talking about Tori Spelling?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I forget who said that her eyes were on the side of her head. I forget if they said it in the series or something. And I think she thought like she would never get a guy as good looking as him, and I think she considers him really good looking.
Maybe.
And when she got him, then she was going to have as many children as possible, and she even had those like fortune tellers that came over and told her she was going to have a lot of kids. And I think that's maybe one of the reasons she thinks he left the other wife, because she couldn't have another baby or something. You know, I don't know. I think it was just, she just wanted to have as many kids as possible with him to hold on to him.
Last I heard, her mom said she better stop popping the kids out because her house isn't going to be big enough. and
She
ain't
can't,
gonna
because
be
she
helping
well,
her.
she's 51 years old or something like that now. She can't anymore.
What? Oh my gosh.
Tori Spelling, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know
Oh,
that.
yeah. Sure is.
Very unfortunate in the looks department. It's
Sure
really
is.
a shame.
But I mean, I think she just thought he was the cat's meow somehow. But
She had a brother
Her mom
too.
has a
What
present
happened to
room.
him?
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah, that's nice, Sunkist. But and a suitcase lift. A suitcase lift. She was spoiled. Yeah, she was spoiled, but then she would be inheriting a fortune because she's only one of 2 kids. Her father, made it snow over there for them when they were little kids.
Yep. For
Right?
Christmas.
And her mother must be, she's got to be in her late 80s, early 90s, right?
Yeah.
But why is she looking for a lawyer? Why wouldn't she be looking for a remediation team? And
Or a doctor.
her insurance will get them into a hotel. And even, let's say her insurance didn't cover it. Well, isn't she doing any work right now?
Let's see.
Come on.
Yeah. Who is she gonna sue? Maybe she had like Home Depot come and do
What did
something
he
for
run
her.
over all the? But see, the mold is coming from something.
Yeah. Like maybe somebody installed something
leak.
at their house.
There's a leak somewhere, unless it's that Chinese drywall. But then if it's the Chinese drywall, there's already something on that. And if that's what it is, she's got to have it torn out. Tori and her brother only got $1 million each. Candy kept all Aaron's money. Okay, but even $1 million each is a hell of a lot of money if she invested it properly. Or did she just let him run through it?
Yeah, she did. They couldn't afford her house payment.
Oh my gosh, she used the money to pay a house payment?
That's what she said.
House. Wow.
And then still the house isn't paid off?
I don't know all about that, but I know the mom said you better lay low on that money because it's not going to keep coming, and that's an awful expensive place you got there. She said she didn't need the rooms that it had, but she had plans, I guess, on having all these kids. But they probably moved by
Is
now.
that still that same house that she painted the cabinets black?
I don't know. I just got to read these 2 books I got and see where it puts me. You never hear nothing about the brother. Was he doing staying out of the limelight so he doesn't do anything wrong? And
You've got 2 books on them?
I didn't buy them. I just got them. I take everybody's books that's thrown books away. I take them all.
Julie W. No, insurance does. You have to have the policies and it has to be caused. Believe me, I've dealt with this 2 times already with mold remediation. And it's hundreds of thousands of dollars and my insurance covered it all.
I just read that Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott's marriage is really bad.
Well, it's easy to see that in the reality series.
Probably
Yeah,
because she's broke now and now he's not coming around at all.
Like he's checked out.
She's expecting child support? I don't think so.
Yeah, he's checked out.
I cannot believe the marriage has lasted this long. That's why I'm saying,
Right.
was he hoping, like, staying with her maybe to see if the mother died, that there'd be some provision where he could, but he can't get her inheritance, but I don't know, maybe he would just like, I don't know, torture her or something. I don't know. Why the hell is he staying with her?
I don't know.
Probably because she said she'd give him half of whatever she gets or give him some of whatever she gets. She's going to share it with them.
Prove everybody wrong, that they were going to fail. Maybe.
Yeah, or just sticking around for the free ride. As long as it goes, he'll stay there.
Mm-hmm.
But he used to go by himself to Mexico to go motorcycle riding, got a brand new bike, all the gear that goes with it. she's pregnant with another kid on her hip, waving bye to him.
Dean's waiting on Candy to die. Yeah, but I guess I don't know. How old is Candy?
I don't know.
She is. Let's see.
You have to fight for it, Julie, if you don't have a writer, but they'll try to get out of it. You got to fight. But you don't. I didn't need a lawyer, and
She's only 77.
really,
Yeah, I thought she was older than
wow, she's only 77.
that. Right?
Dean, you might have a long time. She might live till she's 97. She might live till she's 100, Dean. He's
She
50
looked
something.
really good when I seen her, but she was moving out of their house, their main house that they all lived in, and she moved somewhere else. But what a place that was that she lived in.
Yeah.
It was like the East Wing and the West Wing.
Yeah, well, Dean, you might be like 77 yourself when she's like 100.
Yeah, you're going to be like waiting for
Yeah.
the queen to die.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
like
that be
Charles.
funny? Wouldn't that be
Seriously
fitting?
though, if she's only 77, I think he's got to be 53. He's older than she is.
He's 56.
Oh, come on. They're like 20 years apart.
Right?
She's 100, he could be 80.
Age is just a number.
And is your mother? I can't believe I waited this long.
Come here,
Celebrating
son.
her 101st birthday.
Right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's to wait for somebody like that. Forget it.
I know.
But he's probably thinking like, what if I have put all this time in and then I leave her and then something, right? I think he's like, what are the odds?
Right.
I don't know.
It's hilarious.
You used to like it when they were newly married. That's when I watched it, Scooter. And Scooter, how come you just left the panel without saying anything to anyone?
Debbie.
She accused me of saying something I didn't say,
Really?
and then she left us without saying goodbye.
Wow.
Hmm.
How rude. Scooter, rude.
Rude is rude.
Rude.
It's just sad.
Maybe she dropped off. Maybe it was her computer.
You've always
Yes,
got to hurt
maybe.
Evie. She got the shaft about the Murdaugh house. Did you go with me to the Murdaugh house?
No.
No, it was just
You guys-
No,
me,
but
myself, and-
you didn't come with Elle
No,
did.
because you guys said you had to leave right then. You were leaving right now. And I was cooking bacon and eggs. And I was like,
Oh, but
was
I
like,
did
"Ready-
ask
I'll be
you.
ready
But
in
I
1
did
minute."
ask you.
Yeah, well, you asked me. I go, but I have food cooking right now.
But I did remember to go get you that time we were leaving. And then I'm like, where's Evie? Remember? And I had to run up and get her.
Yeah.
We were going to breakfast.
Yep.
Yeah, and we were almost leaving. And then we're like, is everybody in the car? And then we're like, where's Evie? Because you were on the deck. And I said, you want to go to breakfast? And you go, yeah. And then for some reason, we all got in the car. And I was reversing it. And then I go, where's Evie?
Oh, thank you.
Then I went all the way up to get you.
Yeah, that was my favorite breakfast too.
Yeah.
That was so good that day.
We need
Oh
to
my
get a
goodness.
dinner bell for that plate. I have one. I'll bring it. And then when it's time to leave, you ring the bell and we all run.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I know.
Or in
I
your
know
case,
you were
walk.
with me, Scooter. You took part of the video. Yeah.
We went to the
6.
Murdaugh house with Skippy,
Hmm.
except for me. I mean, I was there, but I was.
Yeah, then I went back with Carolyn.
You were there,
600 million
Bob,
was left to
Sharon.
Candy Spelling.
What?
600 million was left to Candy Spelling.
Wow. And she
We
only
gave
gave
them
them
the million.
$1 million
I know.
each.
Wow. How generous
Yep.
Just throw like another million at her and say, get your mold situation under control
What you call selfish.
for her grandchildren, you know?
Well, maybe they did something. Maybe they just didn't go to school because they thought, I'm rich. I'm going to inherit.
Yeah, for reasons that are well known to them. I'm surprised I'm surprised she hasn't written a tell-all on the mother since the mother didn't give her anything.
Oh, I know.
And say the mother beat her and stuff like those other people.
Still probably hoping for some.
There's hope, huh? I think if her mom's letting her go this long, she's not going to give her nothing. She's going to have the last laugh.
So why did the mother pull the money out?
From them, I'm not sure what they did. I'll get back to you on that. I'll pull out the book and read it real quick.
See something here.
Or Ellie, you can find out. You're our new go-to girl.
Oh my gosh.
What?
What happened?
See him. I just pulled up an article. You have to Google this and show this picture. What's the story? Exclusive son. The son. Tori Spelling's husband Dean is Tori Spelling's husband Dean McDermott is unrecognizable with shaved head and gray beard. Amid rumors couples secretly split. But there's a picture of him. He's completely unrecognizable. Like you wouldn't know it's the same man.
You watched Tori have a yard sale when they needed money. Oh, come on. That was a publicity stunt. A yard sale when she needed money. I'm sorry. She's ditzy, and ditzy is as ditzy does, okay?
Yeah, she likes him like that, with looking weird so that nobody steals him from her.
Right.
He gained so much weight.
Oh, boy.
She probably puts weight gain powder in his stuff.
He has no hair on his head.
Probably puts she probably puts like stuff in his shampoo, make him lose his hair.
Nair.
Yeah.
Nair. Yeah. Wow.
Some women like that. They like their men get really ugly, fat, and they tell them grow a beard or shave the beard, whatever makes them look.
Nobody steals them.
Oh yeah. Believe me, I have a family member like that.
There's a song like that. Marry an ugly woman, then.
You want to be happy for the
if you want to be happy for the rest of your life.
Picks out the husband's secretaries and makes sure they're all heavy women, not all nobody young or attractive. Yep.
Well, that's terrible if you ask me. I think that
somebody might say they're protecting their big catch.
Well, then it could be the other way around too. What if
well,
it's funny. I would see a lot of really good-looking couples, and their kids would be homely as can be. But then you'd see really homely
people, and they have really good-looking kids. You're like, where did that come from, right?
Yeah,
that happens.
It happens more than you'd think.
I've seen it.
Yes,
that's why it's important for the new boyfriend to meet the mother. Then he knows what the wife's going to look like.
But not always, though.
No.
Not always.
Not always.
But, yeah.
I look more like my dad than my mom.
I think I look more like my mom.
Depends on how you're looking at me, who I look like.
I'm feeling really hot again. Okay, you're stuffing your face with ice cream, Rich? That's okay. A lot of guys don't. Jimmy can eat whatever he wants. He could eat like 4 ice cream boxes. It doesn't matter. He doesn't gain weight.
Not fair.
He doesn't gain any weight. He could eat nothing but junk.
Have you had those push-ups that are root beer floats?
Yeah.
Oh, those are good.
Have I had them? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've had them. I like the line bars. I'm partial to them myself.
They have orange and vanilla,
Yeah,
or
I've
root
seen
beer
those.
float, and they're so good. They come like 10 in a box or 5 in a box.
Yeah, my kids have all had them. Even my older kids used to have the orange ones. I remember.
They're
from
good.
Sam's.
And then I bought the orange and vanilla seltzer. That's good too.
No more of those mini Cokes.
Nope.
Did you finish all those mini Cokes?
I didn't drink them all. I know I didn't drink them all.
Well, what happened to them?
They were gone.
Oh.
So we were sharing. That's good. I always buy stuff to share. I just hope you leave me one at the end. Whoever
Right.
pays for it gets the last piece.
Everybody liked my baked goods.
I didn't have
Oh,
any.
Sharon, I love what
Yeah,
you
you're a
bought.
good baker, Sharon.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes,
I
I
love
worked
your,
on
he's
it.
Danish.
Yeah.
And Sharon and I'll confess, Sharon and I shared the last piece of ice cream cake.
Yes, we did. Right off the plate.
Well, it was your
We
birthday
did.
cake, so you could do that.
Right.
I wanted 2 pieces very badly, but I didn't take
Wow.
2.
I didn't give her the option to have the last piece heavy. I brought 2 spoons.
You did.
Said enjoy.
So, well, all right then. So, yeah, we just
Stop talking about food. You need to go. And you had pickles for dinner. Really? Pickles for dinner?
We had salmon.
Oh, I
It
was
was so
trapped
good.
in the stores tonight
You had
when I was
salmon for
hungry.
dinner?
Yeah, salmon and asparagus and rice, and it was so good.
Who made it?
My son,
Oh, yeah?
he's the cook and I'm the cleaner.
Oh, okay.
If whoever cooks, I'll clean. If I cook, then you clean. But today, clean. Today, not tomorrow. I like the dishes done.
I saw that, Kevin. I saw that.
Hi, Kevin.
Sharon ate half of my ice cream cake.
Next year, we'll have to bring like multiple spring forms, and then everybody will have to try to recreate it, but I don't know if we'll have enough freezer room.
I want to try to make an ice cream cake, Carolyn.
That would be fun.
I
Yeah.
told you I wanted to have the bake-a-thon, the thing.
I
that-
would make a strawberry and a French vanilla one.
Well, that
I
would be
think.
nice if we did it like Top Chef and
Okay.
everybody made an ice cream cake, and then
Or caramel.
That's too hard, though.
it's not hard.
Oh, it's not hard. It's just.
Well, but I
have to
told
do-
you, remember I said it'll be funny if you mess it up,
Okay.
but it might even come out good.
Look, nailed it.
Nailed
Bad.
it. It might look really bad, but
Just remember not to bake your ice cream cake.
yeah,
Just
you that's what Elle said to me. Elle goes to me, Carolyn, I don't know how you do it. It must be so hard to make the ice cream cake because it's ice cream and you got to bake it. I said, Elle, you don't bake it, you put it in a freezer.
He didn't really say that, did he?
She might have.
You would like a Cherry Garcia. Well, then, and then I think I'd do a Top Chef version and then everybody say utensils down. My brother is still in the hospital.
And then race
Oh.
for the freezer.
Prayers for your brother, Frilly. Hope he's okay. Nope, not on vacation. No. What do you mean? You won't bake you won't do the ice cream cake thing?
Nope, 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 nope.
I wish we were there.
Me too.
I know.
They should let you have 10 days and then in a few more days you can come back for a couple more days.
Yeah.
You just got to get there. We could have stayed at the airport this whole time.
Can you imagine if we just like looked
Right.
around the island, just like, okay, well, we can get that place for the. Honestly, had I not been with my daughter and somebody that had a little more, like she had already taken a lot of time off for work, but if I was with somebody that had like leisure time, I might have looked for to extend. Jimmy said to extend. He said, if you want to extend it with your friends, extend it.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'd
let's
been
go
nice.
14 days next time.
You know, but I told him I couldn't because she had to get back at a certain time.
See, Kevin just said it. Elle wants us to all live together.
I know.
Yes. We can have a reality show.
I thought you were going to have a problem getting away from her, Carolyn. Thought she said she was coming home with you.
I know. But like, we could have looked for like even like because I was even thinking like we could have just moved out like to like a fourth row house or something. We probably could have gotten for a steal
Yeah.
Yeah.
and stayed like another week.
We got to check out the prices of them. The further away from the beach, how much? If
Right,
it's,
and we should go in the fall maybe
I think
Yeah.
so.
and just stay for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Couple of months. Then you'd have to
think
get
we
a
should do our
U-Haul
trip
doing yourself
More
home.
money.
Just stay until the
we should do our-
holidays.
I think we should do our trip for 2 weeks this time.
But then we wanted to get a tree, and we decided, well, we'll just have the family come down here for Christmas.
Yeah.
Can
They
you
already have the
imagine that?
Christmas
And
lights up.
are you coming back up? Yeah, by Easter.
That would be fun.
That would be crazy.
I would love to spend Christmas there. That would be cool.
Well, ask Santa to get you a house out
It'd
there.
probably be
We'll
real
visit
cheap to
you.
be there around Christmas time.
Yeah, I would think so. It'd be
Oh.
freaking cold.
South Carolina Christmas.
Right? I was nowhere near ready to leave. When 3:30 in the morning came, that morning, I was like, no way.
I
Yeah.
know. It went like, I don't know, it's almost like a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I can't place all the days.
I know. Like, what did I do when I was on vacation?
I know. And it feels like we were said we were going to do so much more. And then it's always like when you get there, you go like this, okay, well, it's just started. I have, 10 full days.
Right.
And then you're like, okay, 9 full days. I remember counting 5 full days and nights. And then it was like 4, 3, 2, what? It was just gone.
Yeah.
We need a house sponsor. I know, Kevin. Multiple house sponsors. Can you imagine that? For the
Right?
next 2 weeks, she'll be moving to the Mayflower on Jungle Road. And then you've got a sponsorship over there at the Tillman's.
Yeah.
And
Right.
you could do what Pomsey does, and they'll give you the house for free, and you just advertise.
Right.
You do your show at their house and show everybody their house and advertise, and they'll let you stay there free. I bet.
Who does that?
Pomsey.
Is that the guy in Vegas?
Yeah. He gets to go to all. I mean, he goes from the shittiest ones to the top that has the basketball courts in it and the bowling alleys in them. For
Oh,
free,
yeah.
they get to stay there.
You're going on Thursday night to California home for a few days and Ocean, what? Run?
Size.
Oh, fun.
And Ocean what?
A few days, and
Uh-oh, you just deleted his thing.
who did?
You did.
I did?
It says message deleted by L. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rich. She deleted your
Why did I
comment.
delete it? I didn't mean to delete it. I just picked up my phone.
Hold on, I'm getting a text from Kevin.
I'm sorry.
We're really going to have to get rid of her?
No.
All right.
I just picked up my phone, I swear.
Oh my
What were you
God.
gonna do? Delete them?
Kevin says, L, stop touching buttons.
Rich, where are you going to the ocean? Do they have shells? Can you get me some? Oh my gosh, L.
Uh-oh.
I don't think he got hit. It just said she deleted his message.
I think I hit him.
No, I don't see it. He doesn't look
Deleted
hit.
his message and she hit him. She
Oh,
did it two things.
She
to
did?
him,
I don't
yeah.
see the hit thing.
I do. It's
There he
down
is.
under.
Oh, really?
There he is.
I'm
That's
going
all,
to
I'm
Santa
sorry.
Cruz Beach.
Oh,
No
I'm
running.
sorry.
Do they have shells there? Santa Cruz Beach?
I think so.
You think so?
I think so. That's by Santa Barbara ish. That way, I think they have shells there.
Oh, really?
Got it. Whoops.
I don't see the hid thing, but I'll take your words for it.
Yeah, it's right under where Deborah Vancouver, where Kevin said Rich Jones sounds fun. Right under that.
I don't see that.
And on top of where Deborah says Rich Jones sounds
Oh,
great.
it's up above.
Yeah, it's between the two there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, try to get me. Don't try. You do or do not. No trying.
Go to the oyster house. Get her some shells.
Carolyn, you have to look at the decoupage shell. Really?
Necklaces on Pinterest. Ooh.
I'll have to check it out. But yeah, that would be nice. See if we all were contacting these people. We need a sponsorship. We need a very wealthy philanthropist that watches the channel.
Yes.
Remember that guy Percy Ross or some Percy? People used to make him an offer or something. He used to be in the paper. Percy Ross.
Didn't he get Casey Anthony out of jail?
No. He's that old guy, and then somebody would tell. Guy, you think that's who it is?
This is an old man, and he's the one that got her out of jail, I think.
I know this was like a philanthropist that used to have a column, and I think it was like syndicated, and then people would ask him something, and then he would decide whether he'd fund it or not.
Oh, like a Shark Tank kind of.
No, not even like not so much, not as involved as that. It was just one guy who had a lot of money. And so let's say you'd say something and then he'd tell you if he'd do it. That's all it takes.
That's all it is. It's just money. You just got to have money.
Rambler Manor.
$1 million I could spend in a minute.
Me too.
I'll watch my toes and bring a wagon for shells. Okay, good. Yeah, fill up the wagon, please.
And wash your toes. We could use an electric car from a kid's car. Bring it down there like we got a kid.
I had those too. I have a lot of those here. And Jimmy souped them up with extra batteries.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But I had the wagon and everything. I saw one guy, Bink, you missed him. He had a cart. And it was this like weird cart, but he had all these plastic buckets in it. And then he had this grabber. And he was literally pushing it. Then he'd grab, put them, like do this massive sorting, move a little further down the beach and do the same thing.
Wow.
He had a whole system going on. I wonder what he was doing with those. You know how many people came up to me and said to me, what do you do with those? And then I would tell them. I had brought my beach wagon, but I never used it this year.
We could have been playing with that thing in the sand.
I never used it. I don't know why. I don't know why. Should have brought it with me.
Yes, we should have.
I took it out. I put it in the garage. Took it out of my car. I put it in the garage. And it held a lot of my shells going home in the car. But I did think about, I thought I ordered from Temu, those pop-up hamper things, they're net.
Yeah.
I thought I ordered 4 of them, and my idea was almost like that guy, that I was going to have those all in the wagon, and I was going to sort shells.
Okay.
That's why I need to go back in the fall. Because you always think of everything after you leave. And then now every time I look at something, I always go, oh, that'll be great for vacation. No, we're not on vacation.
Vacation's over.
Yeah, and then it's like, it's such a letdown, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we need something to look forward to again. Because for months, we've been saying, oh, that's when we go on vacation. So we have to look about a fall trip. Carolyn needs a U.
We could go to Scooters and ride jet skis, Dave said.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that.
I know there's no seashells there.
No.
Maybe alligators.
Plus, I've like.
Shoot, you'd think in California we'd have darn shells. Even San Diego, they should have shells. My friend lived there. She used to get great big shells there.
Time to go. Quick. Time to go quick. 10 days, yeah. Next time, 14.
We'll be up to. We're only staying 2.5 months this time, you guys.
Yeah,
so
we'll be back.
make sure you live it up.
It'll go fast. Are they coming home? No, they said that the owner said, it's okay. Just stay there. They promised to do some painting. Can you imagine the people said, if you do those painting we need, just stay.
Yes.
Like can you imagine if it was like some old couple and they took a real liking to us?
That would be sweet.
And then they were just like, you guys are so nice. Just stay. We're not even going to be there anyway. We're going down to Florida where it's really hot. Just stay. Oh, you're so nice. And we don't have any kids. Let's just leave it all to you.
Right.
Can you imagine? You're the kids we never had.
I'll see you later. I'm heading to Carolyn's again. Yeah, again. Call me at Carolyn's if you need me.
Just let us come and stay. Oh, sure.
Well, I bet if that one taxi cab driver that drove me and Elle had a house, he would let us stay there for free. He was so nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, you guys don't need to give me a tip. You don't have to pay me all that. Just pay me $10 and we'll be good. We're like, really, we really appreciate you getting up at 3 a.m. We're going to pay you what you asked for. And he don't stop talking from the time he gets in the car till the time we leave.
Mm-hmm. Kevin, our pods, LOL, fill it up and they drop it off. Oh my gosh, it's too much. A lot of those old people, some of them don't have kids.
Right.
Right? They're just sitting there going, it's like, I always think about, what was it, that one with Will Smith where he was looking for like these worthy people to leave stuff to? And he gave them all kinds of tests, like he called up that guy and he was like cursing at him at the call center or something. What was that? Don't you remember that? He had a lot of money to give away.
I remember the one he had a lot of money, so many hours to get rid of it. If he could get rid of it all without giving it away
and
or donating it.
But he put like not Harrelson, Woody Harrelson. He called them all names and stuff at this call center. 100 pounds or something. It was about this jellyfish that was going to kill people, I think. It was in a tub. It was going to kill him or something. Wasn't that? He was dying or something, and he wanted to give his money to people. I don't know, gosh. And there was something about a jellyfish that was going to kill him. It was in a glass jar, and he was going to crack it. Does nobody remembers this?
No.
Does anybody in the chat know what I'm talking about? I remember something about a jelly.
Mr. Limpet.
I never actually saw the whole movie. I've seen bits and pieces of it when I think it was back when we were renting movies. But there was something about a jellyfish, and I just remember he was calling some guy and he was like cursing at him, and then at the end he said, "I really appreciate that you did that really well. You took that, and I'm going to give you like, I don't know, $4 million now." Guys, really, it does sound familiar. Hi, Texas Mopar. Yes, there's something. I don't know why I think about a pounds of flesh. You're still like, I'm going to look it up.
Oh boy.
I can't believe you guys don't remember that.
Nope.
Because I only saw it bits and Will, what did I say?
Nope,
Smith?
I don't.
Jellyfish movie right there. Bammo. 7 pounds. See, I'm right. See, I knew there was pounds in it. I knew there was a freaking jellyfish. And it was, let me see. It's from 2008. So I think Jimmy must have been watching it. And it was like, still went to Blockbuster at the time, but it's a life-shattering secret torments Will Smith, Ben Thomas. In order to find redemption, he sets out to change the lives of 7 strangers. Over the course of his journey, he meets and falls in love with a cardiac patient named Emily, and in so doing, complicates his mission. Because I think she was one of the people he was trying to change her life. He wanted to change the life of 7 people. But I don't know if I ever watched it all, because I think if it was 2008, I was either pregnant or we had a brand new baby. And I remember seeing or hearing bits and pieces of it. Jimmy must have been watching it. Yeah, he wanted to help people with medical and financial needs.
I finally see my weather on my screen. I never seen it before. It's 61 in case anybody wants
Mine's
to know.
52 and
Mostly
cloudy.
Yeah, mostly cloudy.
He plays an IRS agent named Ben Thomas. Yeah. Can't believe you don't remember that.
I just watch documentaries, that's all.
You just watched. Oh, Jimmy was watching this. Oh my gosh, it was driving me crazy. I don't know whether it came up in his feed or what. It's some autistic kid that killed his mother with a sledgehammer.
Oh dear.
Gosh.
And he goes through the whole police interview talking like this. And they said, why does he talk like that? Because they said to his brother, did he always talk like that? And his brother's like, yeah. And they said, he always talks that monotone and robotic. And he goes, yes. But then they made him like laugh. Did you guys see this? Jimmy had it on TV all day. It was this brother, and they said they didn't know whether he was schizophrenic, if he was faking it, because he was like, he idolized serial killers, and they found all this stuff in his room. And then he had I don't know what his name was, Josh or something. And Scooter probably knows because she watches all this crap. And Jimmy, I'm like, what are you watching this for? Like, what are you enthralled about? And he's like, I just want to watch this. And I'm like, wow, this is creepy. And then the guy said he did something with his eyebrows. But the kid just sat there and he was like, I was laughing. But he didn't say ballistically. He said something like, I was laughing hysterically when I killed my mother. And they said, why? And they said, I don't know. I don't know why I was laughing hysterically. And that's how and they said, wow, like no matter what, he maintained that throughout the entire interview until there was one place where he was like laughing a little bit. And then they were like, well, I just wish I had made her death quicker. I didn't like to see her suffer. Because he hit her like 15 times with the sledgehammer. And then, he was just like, what? I don't know why I killed her. But he did it throughout the whole interview.
Boy.
Nobody here saw that?
No.
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 Mm-mm.
I seen an interrogation with like that one time when the
Well,
guy was.
it was an interrogation. That's exactly what it was.
Oh yeah, no, I did see it. He was not talking right. I think they even let his brother come in there with him after.
Two
and he had to
scooter
hug his
chick has
brother.
been removed from the chat. Nobody really knows that?
No.
I'm going to look up the guy's name because Jimmy just wouldn't stop watching it. I don't know how it got in his, wherever he was looking at it from.
Is it like a new case?
I don't know. I don't know where I kept saying, where did you start watching this? Let me see. I believe his name was Josh. He was autistic.
Maybe Blue Dot Crime.
Blue, I don't
Bill's
know.
mother with sledgehammer.
I don't know what that is. Blue Dot Crime. Killed his mother.
Blue Dot Crime is the place where they have all the trials on there listed like you
Oh,
do,
let me
but
see.
they're only interrogations.
Oh, hold on a minute. Zachary Davis, disturbing story of a 15-year-old. Yeah, it's this kid right here.
Oh,
And he reminds me of, I don't know who it is that he reminds me. I sing it today and I said, but I don't know if it's someone I know in real life or something. It was, forget who it was. Now I can't think about it. I could think about it earlier. The teenager had a history of mental disturbance, but no one could have predicted a murder streak in him. Yeah, and it says that on August 10th of 2012, the trajectory of an everyday middle-class family in Tennessee was irreparably changed. 15-year-old Zachary Davis, in a flurry of madness, murdered his mother with a sledgehammer and attempted to burn his house down while his older brother was still inside. Even the courts debated as to whether the young man was deeply disturbed or just pure evil. Yeah, that's what they were trying, because he was like so enthralled. He was a quiet boy who clearly had a history of mental illness. When his father, Chris, died of ALS, or Lou Gehrig's disease, in 2007, the 9-year-old Davis went into a tailspin. According to his paternal grandmother, the boy was taken to see a Dr. Bradley Freeman at Vanderbilt University Medical Center after his father died. The psychiatrist said the boy did suffer from some kind of a mental defect. Zach, I don't know why I thought he was Josh, claimed to hear voices, and he was diagnosed with schizophrenia and depressive disorder. Although he was normally quiet, he was becoming even more withdrawn. In one of his 4 sessions with the doctor, Zach said that he claimed to hear the voice of his father. Oh, yeah, that's right. And he said it was the voice of his father that made him kill his mother, that was telling him to kill his mother, and that this is his mother. And psychologists recognize that experiencing a deep depression like the one that Zachary had descended into after the death of his father is normal. While Zach did go through the first 2 phases common in the grief process, including numbness and depression, he did not make it to the 3rd, which was recovery. This is in part because perhaps his mother pulled him out of therapy shortly after he had begun. His grandmother would remark at his trial that had Zachary received the proper medical attention, this would not have happened. His family moved to Sumner County, Tennessee to move on with their lives, or so they thought. Melanie was a paralegal, and she was also a triathlete. She did her best to get past her husband's death and to keep their 2 boys happy. But her youngest son, Zachary, was beyond her grasp. The 15-year-old was an outcast among his friends. He spoke in a monotonous whisper and would wear the same hoodie every day, yet he said he'd never bathed again or something. It was something so weird in this interrogation. He had an app on his phone all about serial killers and another that listed torture devices. He had notebooks that were filled with disturbing anecdotes, as you can't spell slaughter without laughter. He read the Stephen King novel Misery, and he had a lot of Stephen King books, and played violent video games, but it wasn't evident that he was outwardly violent until the night of August 10th, 2012. His mother and his 16-year-old brother, Josh. Oh, yeah, Josh. See, there is a Josh. Josh is the 16-year-old. They all went to the movies together, and when they returned, they packed several items into a backpack and satchel, including clothing, notebooks, a toothbrush, gloves, a ski mask, and a claw hammer. He did this. On the outside, it seemed like Zach was going to run away from home, but on the inside, something far more sinister was going on. His mom went to bed at 9 p.m., and when she was asleep, Zach grabbed a sledgehammer from the basement, went into his mother's room, and he bludgeoned her to death, striking her nearly 20 times.
Wow.
Then he was drenched in her blood. He closed her door. He went to the family room, and he drenched it in whiskey and gasoline and set it on fire. He shut the door and left the house, leaving a 16-year-old brother inside. He had intended to kill his brother in the fire, but because he closed the door to the game room, the fire did not spread immediately, and his older brother was consequently awoken by the fire alarm. When he went to get his mother, he found her a bloodied mess. Josh escaped the fire, ran to a neighbor's house, and Zach was found by authorities nearly 10 miles away. He told authorities, "I didn't feel anything when I killed her." And so Jimmy was watching this videotaped confession, which they are mentioning here. It was presented as evidence in the trial. He chillingly explained how the disembodied voice of his father told him to kill his mother. When asked by a detective if he could go back in time, would he still carry out the attack, Zach said, "I would probably kill Josh with a sledgehammer too." Then his defense attorney, Randy Lucas, I wonder if that's the Randy Lucas I know, said, "Did he tell you anything did he tell you to do anything specific to your mother?" Meaning the voice. And he said no. He showed no remorse when presented with pictures of his mother's blood-soaked body. He never showed any remorse at all. He said he chose a sledgehammer as the murder weapon because he was worried that he would miss, and this tool gave him the highest chance of killing her. And then he was even on the Dr. Phil show. And that was even presented in the trial. And Dr. Phil asked, "Why did you kill her?" And Zach said, "She wasn't taking care of my family." He laughed when he described how large and heavy the murder weapon was, and he also laughed when he described the sound it made when it hit his mother's head. It was a wet, thumping sound. When asked why he hit his mother multiple times, he said, "I wanted to make sure she was dead." At one point, he tried to blame the murder on his brother, and that surprised even his defense attorney, who admitted openly in court that Zach killed his mother. Let's see. And the judge told him, "You became evil. You went to the dark side. It's that plain and simple." And let's see. The jury and judge did not feel the same, and Zach was sentenced to life in prison after a jury deliberated just 3 hours to reach a guilty verdict. A life sentence in Tennessee is a minimum of 60 years. Zach will be in his mid-60s by the time he could get out of prison. Yeah. But there's I guess Jimmy was just watching that interview. I don't know why, what popped it into his feed or whatever. But he was watching it, so it was creepy. In the interview with the boy, he talked really weird. Yes, like that, like, yes, I'm telling you, monotone, just like, and the voice, and he hardly moved his lips. And the voice told me to do it. How old was he when he was sentenced? Let me see. La, 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 la. Zachary, let's see here. The 12-member jury grappled with the notion that while Zachary had clearly premeditated his mother's murder, it was also apparent that he was deeply unwell. Dr. Phil tried to show compassion, saying that when he looked in his eyes, he didn't see evil, he saw lust. Zach's paternal grandmother appealed to his severe mental illness and the lack of help that he got. Every teacher, every guidance counselor should have to stand trial with Zach, she said. Zach is not a monster. He's a child who made a horrible mistake. She believes that his mother failed to get him the help that he needed and that his mother paid for the mistake with her life. And that psychiatrist, Dr. Freeman, first diagnosed him, also testified in court that his judgment was driven by a psychosis and that because of his mental illness, he could not possibly have premeditated the murders. And let me see, when was his trial? Let me see, Zach Davis. It looks like it was in 2015. He wanted to be a serial killer. So, let's see. The Hendersonville teen accused of killing his mother with a sledgehammer while she slept in 2012 will spend at least 51 years in prison. This is April 17th, 2015. The Sumner County jury ruled. As he had during the 4-day trial, it was only a 4-day trial, Zachary Davis was 17 when he sat motionless upon hearing the verdict. He was also charged with trying to kill his older brother, Josh Davis, by setting fire to the home and fleeing. The 7-man, 5-woman jury convicted him of first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, and aggravated arson after deliberating for only 3 hours. Josh Davis, who was 19, sat behind his brother, but they never spoke or interacted. There's really no winners here, said a friend of the boy's mother, Sean Walker. His mother was 45 years old when she was killed. After the verdict was read, he said, I'm just glad it's over and Josh can put this behind him and move on with his life. Yeah, okay. A day earlier, Zach Davis surprised everyone, including his own attorney, by blaming his brother for the crime. As a result, the trial's 4th day started with the teen's attorney, Randy Lucas, first asking for a mistrial and then wanted to declare his client mentally incompetent. After lunch, he asked to be dismissed from the case. Let's see. It was denied, and the attorney went on to argue his original defense in his closing statement that a mental defect rendered the teen incapable of meeting the legal definition of premeditation. The state has failed to prove beyond a reasonable doubt every element of the premeditated murder. Then the 15-year-old had been on a downward spiral since losing his dad to ALS in 2007. The teen had been diagnosed with depressive disorder with psychosis when he was 11. Medical records from the time show he reported hearing voices. However, his mother discontinued his treatment. Lucas pointed to defense testimony on Wednesday of a psychiatrist and a psychologist who said they did not believe that Davis had the mental capacity to meet the legal definition of premeditation. Specifically, they argued that Davis's mental illness impacted his ability to use reflection and judgment at the time of the crime. One expert diagnosed him with schizophrenia and the other with a depressive disorder. The key is that when he did it, what was his mental state? Lucas told the jurors. Prosecutors also presented mental health experts who argued that the witnesses and evidence they presented showed the teen did have the mental capacity to plan the crime. He had been planning this for a long time, said Assistant District Attorney Tara Wiley in her closing statement. It was his desire and intent to kill his mother. Let's see. Wiley reminded jurors of Davis's handwritten and videotaped confessions, as well as the DNA expert who said that Melanie Davis's blood was on the teen's pants and murder weapon, which was a Stanley brand sledgehammer. Wiley also reminded jurors of Zachary's statements to a psychologist called by the defense, Dr. Sandra Phillips of Volunteer Behavioral Health Systems, a month after the crime. Zachary told her that he had used the sledgehammer instead of a knife because he had a greater chance of killing his mother. When she asked why he put a pillow over his mother's head, he said the gurgling noises his mother was making after he hit her. I was worried the noise she was making would wake up his brother. Wiley pointed out that these actions, as well as locking his mother's door so that Josh could not save her, fleeing the home with packed bags, and throwing his cell phone in a ditch to elude police, all showed that he had the mental capacity to plan the crime. Let's see. A paralegal and a triathlete, Melanie Davis, took very good care of her sons. There was harmony in the house. However, the mother went to sleep like she normally did at 9 p.m. on August 10th, 2012, not knowing that her younger son was planning something sinister. Jurors were told that while the mother slept, her younger son, who was 15 at the time, was busy packing clothing, notebooks, a toothbrush, gloves, a ski mask, and a claw hammer in a backpack and a satchel. He planned and intended to kill his mother and his brother. Tonight was the night. District Attorney went on to say that Davis hit his mother in the head at least 8, maybe 16 times with a sledgehammer, then closed and locked the bedroom door, and then he went upstairs to a bonus room where he set fire using whiskey and gasoline. Because he closed the door, the fire didn't have enough oxygen to spread. The smoke set off the fire alarm, which woke up his brother, who ran to a neighbor's house. And
thank God for stupidity.
And he was found 8 to 10 miles away. Defense attorney Randy Lucas cautioned jurors to listen to all the evidence before making a judgment, and he acknowledged that jurors will see a videotaped confession from the teen. He said he did it. I don't think there's any question about that, but that doesn't mean he's guilty of the crimes. Lucas questioned how harmonious Davis's home actually was and said he would provide proof that the teen suffered from a mental disease or defect that went untreated. He said that he had auditory hallucinations and that the voice of his father told him to kill his mother. Let's see. A volunteer firefighter and a chaplain with the Shackle Island Volunteer Fire and Rescue was the first firefighter to arrive, and after being told a possible victim might be in the house, he entered the burning home even though officers told him a suspect might still be inside. Batson said he felt his way through the smoke to Melanie Davis's bedroom and knew as soon as he saw her that she could not be saved. I saw immediately there had been significant trauma to her skull. He then discovered a bloody sledgehammer in a utility room beside the mother's bedroom, and I advised officers that I had the murder weapon. The captain, Don Batacour, with the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, told jurors how he photographed and collected the evidence, including the sledgehammer, a butcher knife that was found outside the back door of the house. Zach Davis showed no emotion as Batacour described the crime scene while pointing to graphic photos of Melanie Davis lying in blood-soaked sheets. Her hands were folded over her chest, and he showed jurors the Stanley sledgehammer he said was used to commit the crime. Writing that looked like Egyptian hieroglyphics adorned both sides of the hammer. And Batacour said he didn't know what the writing meant. Batacour also showed jurors photos of the burned bonus room and a gas can that he said was used in the blaze. So yeah, crazy. Sad part was that they said that the mom was super nice and was not a biatch to her two sons. Yeah. Wasn't the brother... Yeah, his brother was home. Did you watch this thing? Because Jimmy was watching this thing all day, almost all... It felt like all day today. But then he watched UFC, so it wasn't all day today. Now with a designation of a grand jury case, Idaho 4, Kornberger is going to be put the poor families to a full trial and with all the gruesome details of each young adult. Well, we'll see. Monday there have something on that. We'll see how fast he wants this. I don't know. Oh gosh. What time is it? It's 1:57. How long have I been on? We did a lot. We went through a lot. We went through Taylor, Frankie, Paul. Then we went through Tori Spelling. And then we got on this Zachary Davis thing. And then we talked a little bit about the celebration and a lot of stuff. So I think I'm going to call it a night for now. Oh, I didn't have an auction. Okay. I didn't get my phone fixed. I'm going to maybe try to get the phone fixed tomorrow. If I don't get my phone fixed tomorrow, I'll do an auction. Maybe I'll do an auction anyway tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Because I have to be home at any time because my kids have school on Monday. So we'll see. I don't want to commit to anything right now. But thank you guys. Love you guys. God bless. Prayers for all that need them. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. And give it a thumbs up. Share it out. Don't go anywhere, Binky. I'll talk to you. Oh, and Scooter, I wanted to talk to you too, but thanks for leaving the panel. Now you're not going on the next celebration. Okay.
Good night, everybody.
You've been voted off the island, Scooter.
Good night, everybody.
Okay, good night, everybody. See you later. I was almost going to end the Zoom. Okay. Good night.
Bye.